Man, what happened to the 2 for 20? What happened to the 2 for 20? Eating out is way too high. We got a video by Zach Rios. Let's get into it. Let's react. Let's get some thoughts behind this. Yeah, eating out is crazy right now. Let's see what he's talking about.
You've probably seen this video on your feed. It shows a Milpitas restaurant employee throwing frozen ribs onto the ground.
Yo, buddy, breaking them joints like ice. You know how you... You know how you break ice up in a bag? That's why you can't eat everywhere you go. You can't eat at everybody's house. I know y'all done heard that before. Golly, this video just started off.
It's outside of Fa Love on North Milpitas Boulevard. Someone standing on the rooftop shot the video and posted it on social media. It went viral instantly and raised some serious questions about the restaurant.
It was very disturbing. Yes. And they call it love. You call it faux love? I said no.
On Thursday, Santa Clara County health inspectors shut down the place, citing both sanitation issues and insect or rodent concerns. The restaurant owner said the employee involved needed to be held accountable for what he said is an isolated incident. The owner also said he takes full responsibility for what happened.
So that's a real interesting way.
Of course you take full, bro. You are on 4K breaking ice reels. You just... Man,
for your restaurant to be empty, it getting shut down. And I mean, you're caught red-handed with video evidence, and to add on top of it, they were infested by rodents. Oh man. We'll go right over to the comments because it's pretty interesting. Just rinse it. It gets cooked for hours in broth anyway. The number of people justifying spiking meat on the parking lot ground is crazy. There were other comments like this: I promise everywhere breaks health codes. Yeah, but this is an extreme example. Don't downplay it. An isolated incident? No. You don't just decide to do something like this out of nowhere. Another comment right after that: let's be honest, this isn't an isolated incident. This is the norm. I don't know how you guys are downplaying this. It's literally on the ground outside. Trying to defend this restaurant along with all the rest of the stuff we're going to see in this video is pretty nuts to me. But I asked you guys in an older video, do you still go out to eat at restaurants often? And there were a lot of answers. Only as a treat with my girlfriend. Otherwise, we go shopping together and cook at home. Honestly, very rarely, maybe 4 times a year now. Not a chance. No.
Yeah, that is true. Like me and my wife, we don't go out as much as we used to because stuff's so expensive. It's not that we don't have the money to do it, but we would rather spend our money in our own house, like buying groceries, meal prepping, doing things of that nature, because like now it's just way too expensive. And then on top of that, if you get a drink and you go out, man, drinks in this area, in the DMV area, is about $15 for a drink, man. You can buy a whole bottle like wine or something like that. It might not be the best wine, but you can get a bottle of wine for like $15. You know what I'm saying? But you paying $15 for a watered down drink plus your food. Like me and her go out. And it ain't like we going to like some expensive places, but me and her go out and the bill is well into the hundreds of dollars. And like there's no joke. There's not getting no craziness. It's just the prices have gone insane. But I'm gonna I had to go on that rant real quick because this is true.
I can't afford to go out to eat anymore. I cook and eat at home. No, maybe once or twice a year now. We haven't been out for a meal since May. We took some people to help us.
Once, twice a year is crazy though, man. Come on, man. I mean, I would say at least once a month. Once, twice a year is stretching it. You telling me you cook your meals every week? I mean, if you do, you do. We don't do that.
Moved to Culver's, it was almost $100 for 4 people at Culver's. Not often, it's way too expensive now. All I could think about is, wow, I could have gotten so many groceries for this money. Only about once a month. I feel like anything more than that, except for special occasions, is not a smart financial decision in this economy. Only once in a while, somebody just straight up said no. I only go out to eat once or twice a month. I used to go out way more, but it's too expensive and the quality isn't great now. Just from this one question alone, I had 650 replies similar to what I read you. It's really not looking good right now.
In the United States, I think we are on the path to not having restaurants in 5 years. It sounds ridiculous, it sounds crazy, but hear me out. All of these places are not making money. Nobody is going. There is no lines out the doors, okay?
That's bullshit. That's absolutely bullshit. Man, people eat out all the time. I know it's expensive, and I get what bro's saying. I get what he's saying, but that's bullshit. Man, y'all know we just got a Zaxby's put in our town. The line wrapped around the building. Wrapped around the building, man. People gonna go out. They ain't gonna go out of business. They're not gonna go out of business because of prices, man. So, nah, I don't see that happening no time soon.
As it is right downtown on the middle of Main Street, if you are not in that prime area, your restaurant's dead. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. And it's absolutely crazy. I don't know how it's going to get better. I don't know how wait staff, bartenders, I don't know how they're making any money, especially with the cost of living going up, how they're even surviving, how they can afford to live in the cities. And if your wait staff can't...
They stripping. They selling drugs.
afford to live in the cities and they have to be farther and farther out, there's going to be a point where they stop making that commute. And from a consumer standpoint, I get it. Inflation, tip inflation, all of it. It is just conspiring against the whole thing of going out to restaurants or bars. And these third spaces that we have, which are places that we can hang out, communicate and talk with other humans, listen to live music, all that great stuff, they're going to go away.
And I agree with what he says. Unless you're in a thriving area currently, it's pretty tough out there for a restaurant. You could add in the bars as well. I don't think all restaurants are going to disappear within 5 years, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see even more chains closing up shop on top of the mom and pop restaurants as well. And one of the main reasons is right here, a comment from you guys. I'm so tired of everything going up in price, but down in quality. And as a result, we see a ton of videos like this on social media. It's 6 p.m. peak dinner time in this economy with an empty restaurant. Now, funny enough, seeing the background in this clip is a TGI Fridays. Just keep that chain in mind for a little bit later in the video.
Yo, what happened to TGI Fridays? I remember TGI Fridays was like in town. Nobody went to it. I never went to it. I don't even know what they served, man. What happened to them? Like, did they just fall?
Slow season has been going on for way too long, and Thursdays used to be the busiest days, just with a completely vacant restaurant. And as you could see with the creator turning off the comments, you could probably guess what the reaction was. Basically everything we're seeing in this video. The price is going up, quality going down, people can't afford it and won't go in this economy. Now, I have talked about this before, but I am still seeing it a lot. It's kind of pity marketing on social media, especially TikTok. My dad's restaurant is empty, trying to guilt people into going into the restaurants. I mean, on one hand, I get it. You need as much money as humanly possible coming in just to keep the business afloat. But if making people feel bad on social media is your main source of marketing, that's only going to last for a finite amount of time, and then you're back at square one. We have another comment from you guys here. The generation that's drowning in student debt, can't find a job, and will never own a house isn't spending money they don't have taking the family they never started out to a restaurant. They make a very good point and paints a bleak picture of what's to come in the future, along with more examples like this popping up, getting hit with hidden fees, more charges. Why would anybody want to go out anymore?
Yo, and then hidden fees, yes, that's a good point. Yo, I done been out so many times where, you know, I'll be eating, everything's good. I already know it's gonna be expensive. We already know this. Gonna eat. But then, like, you look at the receipt, and my wife, like, she own the receipts, man. She looking to make sure we got charged right. But you look on there, and it's like a fee. Then you got the gratuity. They already threw it in the tip, and then the way to try to like slide it to you because they don't want you to notice, and then they want to get a tip too. Like, I was so bad about just paying the bill. You know, didn't even think about it till my wife pointed out. She was like, "Hey, they already added, you know, gratuity, or I already added a tip into this, like, you tipping again." And I usually tip pretty well because I'm like, hey, they provide a service, I want to do it. But now I look at the receipts and I'm like, man, you try to like scam me out. I mean, I want you to get paid, and I understand like the economy. I get the rules of the business and the food business, but trying to add like them little hidden costs, y'all acting like a AT&T subscription. You remember they used to just throw charges on you? That's how restaurants are acting out here. They moving just the same way.
Why do so many restaurants have hidden fees nowadays? You go to a restaurant, the burger is $16 because they hate you. Fries are not included. And then you get the bill, and then not only is there tax. There's also a credit card surcharge fee, a service fee, but don't worry, you're still expected to tip on top of the service fee. And by the way, you probably went up and ordered from a screen yourself. You probably didn't even talk to a human being, because why would you be expected to talk to the person giving you service?
I mean, she's got a really good point. Can't argue with that. I've had dedicated videos a few times on this channel just talking about tipping culture and how common it's becoming to just use an iPad for these orders. And they still want you to tip 20%. That's insane. I really can't blame people at this point when they start making videos like this.
Am I the only one who thinks going to a sit-down restaurant isn't even worth it anymore? For two people with tip and tax, you're spending a bare minimum of $50. If you get appetizers and drinks, that could
$50. Okay, let me let you finish.
easily be $80 to $100.
Okay.
Now, we go out for food like once or twice a week, and unless it's a celebration or we're going out with friends or
Oh yeah, you rich. You go out once or twice, you rich, brother. You rich. I ain't got it like that.
family, we're just getting takeout. It's Chipotle, it's bibimbap, it's kava, right? That's it. It just makes no sense to spend $50 on a mid-tier sit-down meal when we can spend $17 and eat at home.
Now, I put this video in for a couple of reasons. I do agree overall with what he says with sit-down restaurants, but this video was uploaded 2 years ago. And I don't think I have to tell you that fast food is not really worth it anymore either. I bet that $17 will be way more expensive in 2026. Now, the comments were interesting. It was almost people trying to one-up how much they were spending at restaurants. $50, where do you live? I'll take $50 every day of the week. You mean $150. I'm sorry you think $50 is a lot of money. The average is $200 to $300 every time I take out my family. All right. Another $50, I'd go out every night if it was only $50. But here's another one, and the food's not even that good. It tastes like it was done in a microwave. Chipotle is $25 to $30 for two people now. I was at Wendy's, ordered 2 small combos, and it was $27. I'm never going out to eat again. On top of more clips like this getting hit with extra charges even with the fast food joints.
So you're telling me that these fast food restaurant chains are increasing their prices. On top of that, now they want you to pay for a sauce?
Increasing prices while decreasing their sizes.
And McDonald's, it depends on where you go. But y'all remember when McDonald's they'd just throw the ketchup in the bag? They'll throw it in there like, hey, appreciate you coming, my boy. Here's some ketchup. Now, man, you gotta ask for it, and then they give you like one, and then it's the one that's like at the bottom of the container with all the ketchup on it, so it's sticky, so you don't even want that one no more, man. It's getting wild out here. I really believe we're in a simulation. We got to be in the Matrix or something like that. It's insane now.
This is all happening while we're constantly getting bombarded with ads everywhere we go, honestly misleading the customers. We could see a clip that's up on screen right now, how burgers are made for commercials, making everything look absolutely perfect for the photo op or the video. And it's widely known that if you go to that fast food place or the restaurant, it's not going to look nearly as good as what you were advertised. You really can't win in today's world anywhere you go. And to add on, talking about fast food, we have another comment from you guys. I'm old enough to remember Subway's $5 footlongs. Now they're $10, $15. I remember seeing a clip that somebody paid $20 for one. And speaking of absolutely outrageous prices, we got to take a look at this extreme example.
I was in the Times Square Applebee's tonight, don't ask why, but it's important to me that you know that my meal was $93.36. Now that's 2 people, shared an entree, no dessert, no alcohol. There's something profoundly broken about our society. Now, if you need a burger wrapped in a quesadilla, Applebee's is very much still your best bet. There was also a number of other peculiar things happening at the Times Square Applebee's this evening, but I think that's a separate video entirely.
Man, what happened to the 2 for $20? What happened to the 2 for $20? Applebee's was the place that you went in town that was cheap. If you just met a girl, a guy, whatever, you young, you want to take them out to a restaurant, not too fancy, not too local. Applebee's was that good, perfect medium, man. You get you a 2 for $20. Shoot, man, if you a baller, man, you get the 2 for $20, and then throw the sampler in there with the mozzarella sticks and all that. Yeah, man. Yeah. That was a good time. We ain't in them times no more. We ain't in there no more. You gotta move on, my brother. Move on.
$93 for a frozen factory-made cafeteria food bought from Sysco. That is a good portion of all restaurants in today's world. And of course, I know that he's clearly in one of the most expensive areas to buy anything. You're in Times Square. That's mistake number one. $20.49 for spinach dip, $18 for mozzarella sticks is wild. It's just all getting to be way too much. And especially if you do start cooking from home. If you're on YouTube a lot, there's an unlimited amount of cooking videos. And once you start getting the hang of it, making some pretty solid meals, most restaurants don't stack up to what you could do yourself.
I'm not a chef, I'm not an expert, but I'm just at the point with my cooking that every time I go to a restaurant, it is so underwhelming. The food just doesn't do it for me. For example, last night I got a fried chicken sandwich at a restaurant I went out to eat, and it just wasn't good. It was not done in a way that I think it would have made it better. It was not.
And see, that's the problem though. So I gotta say this: going out to eat, of course, brands want to make the food taste good, but it's mostly for convenience. Like, you're gonna make something at home taste probably a lot better, unless you're just a horrible cook. You're gonna make something at home that tastes better. It may not look the same and all that, but it's gonna be better. It's gonna be made to your taste, your family taste, and all that. So you do have to remember that you're going out for the convenience of not cooking. You're going out, and then they have to serve the masses. So my people, we love a lot of seasoning on our stuff. So sometimes we'll go out and be like, it don't be enough seasoning. But I didn't have to cook it. I had to spend the time to do it. So let's be fair. Let's be fair to the people out there. Let's be fair. Let's be fair to the industry. Let's move on.
Crunchy. The wrong type of bun was used. Onion rings were the side. I don't really care for onion rings. I mean, maybe other people think that's right, but it should be fries. No coleslaw. I think coleslaw is something that needs to go with a fried chicken sandwich for sure. And, that's it. Like, just anything I could make at home is so much better than anything I get out, and it costs less, and it's fun because you get to learn how to make it and see what goes into it, and you feel a lot of pride with knowing that that's something that you made yourself. I'm not impressed with restaurants ever since I learned how to cook. They just don't do it for me.
We'll go right over to the comments. There are no restaurants anymore. There are Sysco microwave items. I went out for my anniversary last night. First time I've been out to a sit-down restaurant in quite some time. Now, this high-end steakhouse, at least in our area, we wanted to splurge a bit, so I didn't expect to spend around $70 or even $120. I knew it would be more, but the service was awful and the food was okay. Nearly $300 later. This really isn't a sustainable business model anymore. I've been to one of those expensive steakhouses once in my life where I had something that I can't even remember what it was called, but it was $100. And yes, it was obviously pretty good, but not for that price, at least in my opinion. And if that's the barrier to entry for a pretty solid place to eat now, I'm definitely just going to eat at home. Sysco foods have absolutely ruined the restaurant industry. All the food tastes the same no matter where you go. And that's basically the rest of the comments. Going out to eat is just the battle of who could cook Sysco foods better. It all tastes bland and oily. No, thank you. This isn't just the comment sections from the TikToks as well. We have a lot from you guys. I worked at an overpriced coffee shop for 3 months who claimed that everything was organic and local as well, but everything came from Sysco, Costco, and Walmart. I ate at a restaurant once and pointed out to my wife the dessert cart had pastries we recognized from Costco. Again, I remember a barbecue place in Texas. The owner admitted to me that he got his pecan pie from the Sam's Club. For years, I thought the pecan pie was homemade. I could honestly...
Damn, bro got bamboozled. He thought he was getting a homemade. Man, like, you gotta understand, this is a business. Them restaurants say, or man, anytime I see something that say organic, I always look at it like sus. I'm like, really? I seen the box truck, come, and of course, like you said, you can go to Sam's and find the same kind of stuff, man. You can't trust these restaurants out here, but hey, they got to make their business, they got to make their money, so they got to do what they got to do. Look, this is a long video. I wanted to react to it because I know it's Valentine's Day coming up. People about to go out. You trying to see if you want to go out and spend that bread on your lady, on your man, on whatever you got, and you trying to rack your brain around why things are so expensive. So I thought this was fitting to do. I'll be making some more videos for everybody to stay. Thank y'all for supporting the channel. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. If you want to see the rest of this video, go down in the description, look at it. I'm gonna end it right there because, like I said, it's a lengthy video. He's going through a lot of comments, but I wanted to react to this video because, man, we tired of all these wild prices. All right, well, until next time, I will see y'all, and I'm out.